and this is a crucial part of the series where we'll be developing a simple web app using MySQL as database servers and Node.js and Express.js for backend part and HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also embedded JavaScript. Okay, to develop our application, we'll be using all this to develop our application. So you can code along with me. You can reduce your playback speed if you think I am going too fast. And I hope you saw the previous video where I gave you introduction about all the tech stack I'll be using now. Okay, happy coding, and I hope you all code along with me, and in the comment section I would like to see how many of you have actually got the app working. Okay, thank you, see you then. Let's code.
Welcome back everyone. So in this video we are going to code for making our web app as I showed you in the previous video. Okay, so I have created a folder called Fanbase, okay, in my desktop. So you can use any editor. By the way, I'm using Visual Studio Code. You can use the default gedit or text editor, or you can use anything. Okay, any text editor will work fine. So I am using Visual Studio Code. I'll create a file called app.js. Okay, now I'll open my terminal, and from here I'll make few directories. I can make from here also. I prefer command line, so make directory public, and I'll create a app.css file inside public directory. So the command is touch public / app.css. So as you can see, app.css is inside public directory. Similarly, views directory, again touch. Views contain our embedded JavaScript files. So I'll call it as home.ejs. Okay, views contain home.js, EJS. So this is the main few directories which is present inside our working directory. Okay, so now let's start installing necessary packages and software. So let's start from sudo apt install MySQL server if you have not yet installed it. Okay, it will ask for my system password. Press enter. Since I have already installed, it doesn't take much time for me. Okay, I have my MySQL server on. Okay, to run our MySQL server, what we have to do is go to another terminal and type MySQL -u root minus or hyphen anything p. Okay, and my root password. Okay, this is my SQL CLI. Okay, just to make sure that my SQL server is running. Okay, and now let's install the most important thing here, Node.js. Okay, I've already installed, so it did not install anything for me newly. Okay, for you guys, if you have not yet installed, necessary packages will be installed after typing this command. Okay, now to verify the version, just click on node, type node-v, and it shows which version Node.js you are using. Okay, so now you also need to install npm, which is Node Package Manager. So again, I have already installed npm, so it didn't take much time for me. So then what you have to do is you have to do npm init. So this will initialize node package manager in our working directory. So package name fanbase, which is our folder name, version, press enter, description enter, and our entry point is app.js. Okay, you can give any name here, index.js. If you give index.js here, you have to change this to index.js. Okay, and this command, press enter, okay, yes, again enter. So now let's go to our MySQL CLI again, and I'll show my databases. Okay, these are my databases, in which only one is my database right now. These four are these four come by default, I guess. So now we'll create a database. Okay, so I'll just type here what we need to do. This is not JavaScript code. Okay, I'm just typing so that we can copy and paste in a CLI. You can also use .sql file. Okay, so I'll create database called fanbase. Okay, and I'll use this fan base, correct? We have to use the fan base, right? The database which we create, we have to use that. So now we have to we have to create a table called users. So this users should contain name, which is of type varchar, and email, which is again type of varchar. Okay, so put semicolon. Okay, now I'll copy this, Control C, and I'll paste here. Okay, I created a database called fanbase now, and I'll use fanbase. Okay, so it says database changed. Yes, that is what we want, and I'll again Control C, and here I'll paste. Press enter. Okay, it says query okay, 0 rows affected. So that means we have not yet created any users. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll insert two values. Okay, so insert into, the syntax is insert into users name, email, values, parenthesis. I'll give this as first user. Okay, anything you can give, and email as first at gmail.com. Okay, put a comma here. Second user is another name, and I'll give second at yahoo.in. Okay, put a semicolon. I'll copy this, Control C, Control V, or right click, click on paste. Okay, I think there is few mistake here. Okay, what I'll do, I'll type here only. It showed some Control C. Yes, now it's fine. Okay, it says query okay, 2 rows affected. Now if I do select star users semicolon, okay, what did it say? Okay, select star from users. Okay, now you can see our first user having first@gmail.com as their email ID is here, and even the second user having second@yahoo.in as her or his email is also here. So we have inserted the values. Now our task is to get these values from the users or from the clients who use our app, right? So let's dive into app.js then. I'll quickly cut all these or just remove this. Okay, so it's not a good practice. You have to make a separate .sql file just to show, like, to quickly show you guys, I typed here only the SQL statements. Okay, so now let's start coding in our app.js. I'll go back to my bash terminal. Okay, and here if I type in node, and this is the node terminal. Okay, if I give 3 plus 6, it shows 9. If I go in type console.log, hey, okay, and it says hey. So while studying about Node.js in the last video, we told that JavaScript can be run outside the inspect element environment, which is the Chrome. If we go into Control Shift I, if you go into Chrome and press Control Shift I, so, and there if you go to console.log, there you can run JavaScript. And here with the help of Node, we can even run in our bash terminal. Okay, so this is the main advantage of Node. Okay, I'll go out of this terminal. So here let's start coding. Okay, so I need few packages, npm node package manager packages. Okay, for that I have to type npm install express body parser. Okay, I need mysql and finally EJS. Okay, dash dash save. I'll just open this package.json. This appeared when we did npm init, if you observe. So now if I press enter, you should see the change here. Okay, you should see the dependencies being placed inside the package.json file. Okay, and even node modules directory should come up because we are installing node package from a node package manager. As I said, node modules folder has come up, and let's see. There you go. These are dependencies which we installed just now, which is body parser, EJS, Express, and MySQL. So we'll be using all this now in our app.js file. So let's quickly start writing our code. So var express is equal to require express. Okay, var app is equal to express, call express function, and var MySQL. So every dependencies you have to require. Okay, require MySQL. Var body parser, which is used to pass the form body from the form body parser. Now we have to use these dependencies. App.use body parser dot URL encoded server brackets extended semicolon true. Now app.set view engine EJS, and we have to use this public directory. Okay, so app.use express static the name plus / public. Okay, so now our job is to connect this node application to database. So for that, use the variable called connection, where connection is equal to mysql dot create connection is a function, and here I'll minimize this little. Okay, here our host is localhost, correct? And user is root, and our password is nothing but password. Okay, you can use environment variables for hiding your password. Okay, I am not doing that now. Database, what's our database? Fanbase, right, which we created the initial part of the video. So that's it. Let's now go to the route or root function or specify our routes. Okay, routes, anything. Okay, app dot get. So our main route is this route /route. Okay, which will render our home.js, right? Function, a callbacks function, request response. So here, what we'll do is we catch the count variable here from the database. So where we need count, because if you observe the app, if someone registers, our count variable increments, right? So where q is equal to select count. Here count variable is not being incremented, but this count function itself counts every time. So we added the third user, right? So automatically, if the database uses this count function, it says it's 3, like that. So this count function, select count star, okay, from users, correct? Users is our table name. Now we have to connection.query q comma function error result fields. Okay, if error, throw error. We are establishing this query connection so that we get the count variables from the database and also show that count variable that home.js. So put a semicolon here and use a count variable where count is equal to result 0 dot count. Okay, this is the result field, okay, which will be having our count. Let's dot render home. no need to write home.ejs because we have used this, right? Which is app.set_view_engine, ejs. Otherwise, we had to specify this as home.ejs. Now it's not required, just home. Count. We have to pass the count variable to the home.ejs. I'll tell you why. So now, since we have created this home, let's just type in the code there. Start typing code in our home.ejs as well, right? So home.js is nothing. EJS stands for embedded JavaScript. Okay. So embedded JavaScript, the JavaScript variables will be written like this here. Like will be specified like this. JavaScript var. So this is the syntax. If you want to include a JavaScript language or variable or an element, you have to use this syntax. Let's start coding. So I'll go and get a Google font for our page. Okay, I'll get a, so this is a web page we are going to develop now, right? We'll come to that. So the font here is nothing but Roboto. So I'll just go to Google Fonts. Roboto. Okay, I'll choose this regular 400, or else I think I'll go with this. Okay, light 300. So embed, go to embed and just copy this. Okay, let's come back. So this, then paste here. Okay, this is our Google font, and let's also include our app.css here, dot slash app.css, because app.css is not in the same level as app.js or home.ejs, right? Home.ejs is inside views and app.css is inside public. So that's why you have to use slash. So now let's create the form here. So if I go to this app, so we need a form, right? This is a form, right? Name, email, and a button. And also we have to type this Linux club, enter your details to join this number of people, correct? So for that I am using a div tag, div.flex container, hit tab, or else you can type all this, a lesser than symbol, a div class flex container, and a / div, or else you can just do div dot flex container and hit tab. Both will give you same answer, same result. Okay, just wanted to show you guys. Okay, now let's continue. I'll create another div class called container. Okay, and here our heading will be Linux club, which you saw a few seconds back. Linux club, and a paragraph having class lead. Okay, anything you can give here, and I'll give enter your details to join strong okay, and here we have to specify our count variable. which we are catching. Okay, see here the count variable which we got it from a database, we are showing that to our users, right? So this variable is dynamic, it's not static. So this is how you should specify the syntax for a JavaScript variable. Others on our Linux fan, okay, come development club, okay. Here now let's type in our form method. Action must be a route called as register. Okay, I'll specify the route later, and method must be post, correct? So now input type, what and all we need. Name is equal to name, first field is name, right? ID being form, ID is not compulsory, but we are styling the form, so ID will be helpful, and placeholder will be enter your name. Okay, put a break tag here so that the next field will come below the first field. So input, again same thing. Now here name is equal to, give input type it to be email. Name is equal to email. ID I'll give same. Form placeholder being enter your email. Okay, I give two breaks here just to make things clean and neat. Okay, and a button. So button on click, the JavaScript function will give here thank you. Function name is called thank you. Okay, join now will be the name inside the button. Okay, after the at the end of the form, specify a script tag and define your thank you function here. Okay, and what you will do here, you have to alert welcome to the community. Click enter. Okay, now let's go to our app.js and try to complete our register route. Okay, so for that we have to specify post method, app.post, route being register, function again request response. Here we use JavaScript object called person to take values from the form. Let the variable be name and the value be request dot body dot name. Similarly, email request dot body dot email. So these are coming from the form. Okay, request dot body dot name and request dot body dot email. Okay, request dot body dot name, request dot body dot email. Okay, we are storing it in a JavaScript object. Now what we have to do, we have to give this value to the database. We have to insert the values, right? Starting we inserted manually. Okay, now we have to take this data and insert it into your database. So for that, again, connection dot query. This time we have to insert, correct? Insert into what? Users. And another way is to use set keyword instead of values. So set question mark. So this question mark will be replaced by this, and the object name and a callback function as usual. Error result. Okay, here we have to console.log error, which will help us to debug our errors. Also console.log result. Okay, now we have to redirect. I'll redirect to the home page, and if you wish to, you can create another EJS and put it inside your views directory. For example, a thank you.ejs, which says thank you for registering, thank you for being our committee, or anything. Okay, so I'm not doing that. I'm just redirecting to our home page. As the numbers get incremented, it shows that our app is working fine as long as our numbers are getting incremented in using the count variable, right? So we can also give a thank you.ejs style that and show that thank you very much for being part of our community, for coming to our community, etc. Okay, so finally we have to specify the listen method. Okay, app.listen, which will help the port to listen. The process.env port process.env.ip. So this comes handy when we are starting the server, right? App.listen. So to in which port you want to your web page to run, right? For that we specify port is equal to 3000, right? So you have to type this code for that. Okay, and I'll again console.log here. I'll just give app server is running. Okay, to avoid confusion, I'll give this as fan base app. Okay, we are almost done. What are we left at? Styling the app, right? So we need our app.css. For that, I'll just go to my repo and I have my .css out there. I just copy paste that. As you know, CSS is just to make your web app beautiful. That's it. So you can also go to, I'll give in the description of my GitHub profile, and you can go there and just take the app.css file. Go to fanbase repo. Go to app.css. Okay. So this is a CSS file. Just copy this. Go back. Go to your app.css. Okay. And here paste that. Okay. There you go. So this is our app.css. Okay, I'll just remove this. I was just trying with few background images which will look good to our app. Okay, so these classes in the introduction video, in the last video where we discussed about CSS, we actually changed the background color, right? Similarly, many ways we can alter a HTML file using CSS and give a good look. For example, padding, text align, text shadow. This dot lead is a class in our paragraph, right? P class lead, class equal to lead. So if you give a class, you have to specify full stop dot lead, and if you use a ID, that selector must start from a hashtag. ID is equal to form, right? So hash form, because it belongs to ID is equal to form. See, element ID is equal to form. So just go through the CSS file. So many developers don't actually write everything by scratch. So now I think we are good to go. I've saved everything.
Hey there, I'm back. So actually we have done few mistakes. The paragraph tag here should not come here, correct? So it should go after this development club thing. Okay, close the paragraph tag. Okay, and make sure you give space so that the count after count you give space and then others. Then what you have to do, go to app.js, and here we have used count variable. This count variable is coming from this, so you have to give an alias function and use as count here. Okay, or else also there was a spelling mistake, so it's fields fields. Had done spelling mistake while I was coding. Okay, so let's save all. Okay, let's see if it works or not. So port, I hope I'm not running in any other terminal. Okay, port is equal to 3000. Node app.js, or caps man, node app.js. Hit enter. Okay, our app server is running now. And let's localhost 3000. Correct. Yeah, we have done one more mistake here. I guess I don't think we'll get a proper web page. Yeah, this is not the web page we are looking for. Another mistake. Can someone identify? In this is not the right way, man. Okay, this div flex container should come after everything. So save now. Control C to stop the server, and again type the command, or else use your arrow key and press enter. And yes, our server has started again. Now what you do is refresh this. Okay, now it's better. The zoom, yeah, I had kept it in 30%. Okay, now it's looking nice. Let's check. So it says enter your details to join four others. Okay, four others. Make it as in, actually in our fan club, not on a fan club. Okay, let's give a name. So let's give name as cold. Okay,
and cold@gmail.com. Okay, and hit join now. It says welcome to the community. Click enter. Now it's 4, right? If you click OK, there you go. Cold is now in our community. How to check that? So open another terminal. I don't think my SQL terminal is over here. Yeah, no. So what you have to do, MySQL root sp, okay, and password is password only. Okay, now I'll do show databases. Okay, and here I'll use Spanbase because that's a database, right? Now what I'll do is select staff from users. And what are we expecting? We are expecting name Colt and email ID colt@gmail.com to be here. Okay, so press enter, and there you go. Colt is the name and colt@gmail.com is present in our database. And that's it. This was a simple web app where you learned about how Node.js works, how a database server connection has to be done to an application server, and how everything works, right? So this must be a stepping stone if you're a complete beginner to web development field, right? So I wish you all the best, and I hope I'll do regarding how to use this in an Apache web server. Okay, I'll try making that. Until then, have a nice journey, a learning journey, and all the best. Thank you all.